morning, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Peter Ray's Adventures. Welcome to the latest live stream. For all you legends, topic today is live stream 147, community spirit. How much is there in the reselling community? So what I've done, I've put the link to the chat in the Facebook lads chat. There's some people here who will know that. You can pop in whenever they like. I'm reluctant to put the link in the side chat because what happened last week. So what I'll do, I shall pop in and see who's first. DB resells, Damien. What we got for those? Stu Mandry's popped in. Eric's reselling. Let's go through. Andrew, Mr. Thousand Man, Derek, Tap Peddler, Pete, the Vinegar Jar. I'm just going down the list quickly. There'll be quite a few in a minute once the link's gone out. Alan's popped in. Thanks for popping in, Alan. Choppy will work. Well, I love that name from Paul. Chris Tyler, Rebecca turns in bed and chilling, Pick a Flipper, Carl OB, Stephanie Edgerton, Gary Nicholson as well. So any questions, do let me know in the side chat. So Zoe's popped in, Wray, and Georgina Jill as well. So how do you think, or do you think, how much community spirit is there in the reselling community? Do you think there's a lot in the UK, or if you're from America, do you think there's loads, or in Australia, for example, is there a lot in the reselling community? If what I say, like, for example, is it good community spirit or is it bad community spirit? We have a guest who's popped in. I'll just pop. Can you guess who's popped in? Evening, Derek.
Good evening, all. Hello.
Good evening. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the 1000 Club.
Yes. Thank you.
If you didn't know that Derek Tapella has recently got over 1,000 subscribers. If he keeps popping on his channel, he'll grow a bit more. The link's in the description below. So I do go and give Derek a sub. A couple of pickers have popped in. Georgina Jill, Louise, Sail Away, John, there's quite a few. Rod, anyone else? Cool. Oh, Jimmy, Brumry Seller, and Becky. Excellent. Thanks for popping in. So, Derek, how much community spirit do you think there is left, or there is, in the reselling community?
I think it's brilliant. I mean, just this morning I was watching Rod on his channel, and it's great how it crosses all the borders, doesn't it? So, I'm here watching Rod in Australia, and I'm in Scotland, and everybody's chatting together. It's great.
Yeah, definitely. It makes a fun, friendly experience where we can watch everyone all over the world.
Yeah.
I think, like, even 10 years ago, I don't think we would really been able to do it. It's just technology's come quite far forward, so we are able to make friends and chat about whatever we can chat about. So I kind of find that quite extraordinary as well. Yeah. Lucy's popped in.
It's good to be able to chat to people who are like-minded as well.
Yeah, so, definitely. Who understand you. As we know, as us resellers, a lot of people outside the reselling community, I'm like, oh, okay. But people here will understand what we're trying to do with our business. A couple of speakers said, hi, Derek, congrats on your 1K.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, all the way from America. Yes, there is the other side of things, like what Sailor is saying. For most part, people are helpful, but I find a chosen few have inflated egos. Yeah, that is very true. Just ignore the people either on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or whatever social media platform that is.
Yeah, I
But
haven't come across that too much. I mean, I know there's a few people who
yeah,
who may come across a little bit like that, but I'm not sure if it's really meant that way. I don't know. Occasionally, people post and say, "I've made this much today" and all of
yeah,
that. I find that quite encouraging because it proves to me that I can do a lot better than what I'm doing. If it's
yeah, definitely.
that's higher than mine.
Yeah. I also find that it's like some people don't understand what people are trying to get across, and when they don't understand, if they get a bit what Taylor was saying about inflated ego, they sort of go on a rant, a sort of thing. But I don't see it that often. But it's just even in this chat here, I've got lots of people who are moderators or spanners or wrenches if you're in America to help with the chat. So because obviously this chat goes quite quickly, so I can't always read every bit. But what else we got here? Yeah, I think even like as you said earlier, you're watching Rod this morning. I caught a little bit of Rod, who has a Wednesday waffle with his friend Drew, and they always have a different topic each week, and it's always nice to be able to give that a bit of community spirit, whereas to help someone even by chatting in the side chat to help, like for example, their views go up, or even just help them in their daily life, because obviously with a time difference, I think usually it's quite late in Australia, but early in the morning in the UK. So
Yeah, I think it's 9:30 when Rod's chat comes on.
yeah, something
Here,
like that.
I think it's his evening.
Yeah, definitely.
But there's always some sort of chat to go into, or usually a live chat,
Yeah.
And then there's non-lives, like the videos people put up. So there's always something you can watch, and things like Lonnie's video, Garage Flips. I follow his videos, and even though he doesn't go into lives that often anymore, you still get the feeling of community there, because he answers questions and stuff like that people have put in his YouTube videos.
Yeah.
So as long as you watch them regularly, you do still get that feeling of community spirit there.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I'm thinking. Real Life Resellers popped in. I just see Ashley Cummings as well. Well done. That is actually will you take less? But he was locked out of his account, I think. So he made a new one.
All right.
He chopped busy, work, bang, bang. Yeah.
Cheers.
Hey, hi Adrian. Who else? I'm just having a look. Oh, and Sailor Way was enjoying your latest video.
Oh, yeah.
Derek, yeah.
Yeah, those picking videos, I'm trying to improve them every time, making them a little bit more sort of clearer. Because I've only done 2 of them so far, and it's so hard to do because I haven't got a GoPro.
Right, so yeah.
I've got a fake GoPro, but it's not very good. The quality of the video is really bad. Because I did buy like a mount so I could mount it to my head, and it all works out, but the quality is not very good. I think it only records in 4:3 aspect ratio as well.
Yeah.
And I think it's like 480p, so it's not very good quality. So I've been using my iPhone, but the lighting in my storage is really bad as well. So I've got to have my torch on my phone.
I see, and that shines quite through on the video. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm hoping to improve my light in there because my light's really rubbish. So I've got some LED strip lights to go in, and that should help. So yeah, I plan to do some more of those videos.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, because I always like to see what people are picking and what they're selling.
Yeah.
Because even that can be quite a good community spirit. Whereas you're looking to think, oh, I have seen so-and-so before, but I know what to look out for. It's like what Rebecca's saying about it's good until someone spoils it, which is fair enough. You get your person here and there, but you don't let that get you down. It's just you try and stay with the positives. Like, for example, Facebook or Instagram. You're going to put a post out there at some point on whatever platform you use, and someone's going to get the wrong end of the stick. It happens, but
you just got to basically ignore it and move on.
But if you're Andrew Nolan, Money Mental UK, he's used to it by now.
Yeah.
Used to it, yeah. Hey, Jasmine Banbury, thanks for popping in. Any questions for me or Derek? Do put it in the chat below. Which question is? Mel's come from Australia. Because every what I've seen, like reselling community, wherever they are in the world, like for example, America, Australia, or whatever else, they've always got their own community as well as like what we do, and they will understand obviously a lot more than what we do as such as a community. But it always one sort of topic, reselling, brings us all together. Even people who don't resell, there's quite a few who are part of the chats who don't resell, but they are interested in other aspects of what we do. So it all kind of helps, and especially with me, with my my form of Asperger's, because I was chatting to Drew about it on his channel, to Aussie Thrifters. No, sorry, Drew, Brad, to Aussie Thrifters, and talking about like my form of Asperger's and how the community has helped me grow as a reseller and have confidence to do these chats and chat to people, go to meetups. And talking about that meetups, Derek, because obviously you had like for example, the last one in Hitchin, you had quite far to go, and if the reselling community wasn't here, and like obviously we wouldn't be going to these meetups and meeting people and having a good time. It's always nice for people to be able to create these meetups and actually be able to meet new interesting people who kind of like do the same as what we do.
Yeah, I think every meetup I've been to, there's always been new people there, which is good as well. So you're constantly putting more faces to names as well, because you see them in the chats or sort of on the Facebook groups and things like that. So you know sort of who they are, but it's until you actually get to meet them in face to face.
Yeah, definitely. It's always good to meet someone else, and then you get to know a bit about their journey through reselling and other bits and pieces, as much as they want to share. I'm just going up the chat to see where I was. A couple of pickers from the US said, from my perspective, you have to find the right group, as there are supportive people and then they are jealous of anyone's success but their own. That is very true about people who are jealous of
I mean,
of your own success.
I'm in a few Facebook groups, and there's only a couple that I enjoy sort of contributing to and reading posts. I won't name names of the ones I don't like, but there's a few that I don't know. There's a lot of people on there who probably frown upon certain things and would do things differently. And the Money Mental Facebook group is a very good one, I think, and that's a nice one to post on. I think there's a good community spirit on there. There's a couple of others I'm in that aren't so friendly, shall we say.
That's true, because obviously when the other group, obviously the Tat Chat went, there was a lot of groups that started on Facebook and then it moved to Instagram, where people were creating these type of groups, and one by one they've slowly sort of diminished. But as you say, Andrew's group, Money Mental, is very good, because lots of great moderators, as Derek is one as well.
Yeah. And
obviously I get free reign to post and sort of do what I like in a nice, friendly way. But it's always nice if you're having a bad day or or you're down, or you want to ask a question about a certain item, it's always nice to pop into the Money Mental Facebook group and post it, because you'll get someone who will help you wherever it may be.
Yeah, I
Seller says it's a bit strange as we are all rivals in some way, shape, or form. Correct, we are in reselling game, yes, but it's that friendly rivalry. Whereas if you see another reseller, you sort of think, oh, okay, fair enough. But I've seen people who I see on the chats quite a bit, and like for example, Peter Cummins, Navinegar Jar, and others, and it's like, yes, we're vying for pretty much the same sort of stuff, but it's not like a hatred. Oh, I don't like you because you're buying this, that, and the other. It's just like a friendly rivalry. Whereas we joke and laugh and, oh, you got that. Oh, wicked. Hope you do good with that. Oh, I missed that one because I went to a jumble sale last weekend, and Pete was there, and a guy called Liam who pops in my chats sometimes, LLG Thrift, and we were going around and, oh, you got these ones. Oh, I missed that one. Oh, good luck with all that. But that's another way I do like the community in a way of being nice, as in the community spirit side of things. Chris has popped in. Thanks for popping in, Chris. Pigs Can Fly is here as well. I'm just going down the chat. Sorry if I missed your question. Do put question and what it is and who for. Ashley says she's not a reseller and came across reselling by accident. She's an ex-hoarder. Thanks to YouTube algorithm, the community has been very welcoming and helpful and supportive. A great bunch of people. That is great. That's always a nice feeling. If, as I say, you're not a reseller, and so the community has welcomed you, open arms. You can go into live streams and watch the videos and be welcomed. Just quickly go down the chat, quite far behind. LGG's popped in.
I think going back to when the chat ended, I think everybody sort of panicked a bit then, because our sort of community and the platform where we all sort of got together and chatted suddenly disappeared. And I think quite a few people panicked then because there was nowhere to post on.
Yeah, definitely.
Until Andrew created the Money Mental group.
And here he is, Mr. Money Mental himself. And Becky has just said, I caught up with everyone's, including Derek's, helping Andrew clean his hob last night. There was a great example of community spirit. Indeed, there was. Everyone came together, popped in the chat, and had some very encouraging words for the cleaning episode.
I mean, hello. Sorry, I'm too used to being on my own channel. I keep saying welcome. Hi, Peter. Hi, Derek. How are you both? Hello, people of the community that we're now talking about in the third person.
Yeah.
I thought I'd join Peter tonight for this discussion. As you've heard, folks, I've obviously got the Money Mental Facebook group going, which I view as hopefully part of the community. So I thought I'd join in the conversation, but apologies for being late. I just had to do me dinner and quickly eat that and whatever, and I'm a slow eater.
Oh, fair enough. I thought you were doing your hair.
Well, you know, apparently I do now have the sexiest hair in the reselling world.
Evening, Aid. Thanks for popping in, Aid. Let's have a look down there. If you see any questions, then don't, and then just say away, or because I might miss a few.
I'm happy to talk about what this community means for me.
Go on in. Yep.
So, you know, I'm sure a lot of your viewers will be familiar with my story. I was 2-3 years ago, I got myself into some trouble with gambling, lost a large amount of money, was obviously desperate to pay that money back with a way that didn't involve gambling. Come across Nick Hills and his videos, much like many others, and started thinking, oh, reselling, that's something I can do. And now obviously here I am, sort of 2-3 years later, whatever, working as a reseller part-time, paying off those debts, But none of that would have been possible if there hadn't been, first off, the YouTube community and the videos that the likes of Nick and for Derek, who was doing videos, and yourself at the time, and Sahir and Tom, the English Picker, and various others were doing, to inspire me into doing that and act as a sort of training mechanism. And it was only after a few months of watching those videos that I even discovered that there was this Facebook group, the Tat Chat. So I joined that and discovered, more and more fantastic people to interact with. You guys were there, obviously, so we started interacting there. And, I really sort of, it felt like I'd found people on a similar wavelength.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
And then I went through some further tough times. I got diagnosed with Asperger's, as you mentioned yourself, Peter. You got there, a period of the sort of depression around that. And the Tat Chat and the people there and the people in this community really helped me sort through that and work through that. And, I wouldn't have been able to do so without all those people to speak to, all those different backgrounds.
Yeah.
And then obviously we took the decision to close the Tat Chat because the actions were a few were sort of ruining it for many, and it was just becoming too difficult for Nick and Andrea to handle alongside their business that they run full time, to be fair. So that was then I was like, well, I don't want this community to disappear. I could see these Facebook groups forming off and whatever, but none of them quite seemed to encapsulate what the community meant for me. That connection, that social side of it, the banter, the fun. Obviously the reselling aspect, but it's a community is about more than just, selling stuff at the end of the day. It's about making friendships. So that's why I decided to form the Money Mental group, and fortunate enough that many people joined it and have made it what it is today. And I use that group on a daily basis, and when I'm feeling down or whatever, there's people there. I just say I'm feeling down, and you get so much love and support from people. It's it's truly, heartwarming, I guess is the word at times.
Definitely, yeah.
And I'm like Derek, I'm chucked out of every other Facebook group as well. So
no wonder why, but yeah, it is.
Of course,
a nice feeling when people actually sort of want to follow what you're doing, and like even on a daily basis, or people, because I'm not sure how many people you've got on your group, Andrew. There's hell of a lot.
830 odd at the minute.
Wow. If you're not on the Money Mental Facebook group, do go and look it up and go and be a part of the community.
I think just touching on that point as well about the international community, because they're a strong part of the group and the YouTube and whatever. We are we're broadcasting to 3 continents at the moment, which is a year ago I would never have thought that was possible, and yet we've got people from Australia, Canada, the USA, even other parts of the world as well, and of course the UK and Ireland. All sort of joining and contributing, and a lot of that as well, down to the work of Tommy Bernard and Tracy Parks, and their determined effort to bring people of different cultures together because they wanted to learn about them, and that really helped me, because I'd always been like, well, I don't really understand what goes on abroad, and I'm a bit nervous to get involved, but they helped me overcome that sort of anxiety. So yeah, definitely. That's
always a good thing, when you could bring many continents together on one simple level. Crony's Teammates popping in. Just quickly go down. Derek's Kelly's here as well. Try to pop down the chat. Quite far behind myself. I think Carl was just joined your Facebook group.
Yeah, he has. I just
Lovely. So I'm just going up the chat. Yeah, there we go. It says he's requested to join. Lovely. Do go and put in your background and reselling on the group and see what people say.
Yeah, she'll get mobbed.
A question from Craig. Hello, Craig. I'll say no more, but people here in the on the stream would like to argue.
No argument involved. I am the greatest clothing reseller of all time. It's a well-known fact. I've got a jumper to prove it.
Oh,
How many items of clothing have you sold today?
That is beside the point.
I've sold one.
There we go.
As you know.
How many items of clothing did you sell yesterday?
That is beside the point.
You see, I think that, I think that seals the deal.
Yeah,
I am the greatest clothing reseller.
definitely.
How many items of clothing have you sold this month?
This month?
This year?
I'd have to count.
It's all right. You've got enough fingers.
Oh, banter. This is what it's about. Friendly banter, guys, for the community spirit. Hello, Emma Roo. Thanks for popping in.
I can count them on one hand.
I suspected so.
But it's quality over quantity.
Oh.
I ignore Louise. She's my greatest supporter.
Hi, Julie. Ian's popped in.
So Louise, that's another example of a different sort of type of community. So mine's very generalist about bringing in, connecting people. Louise runs the KLC, I think it's clothing group on Facebook, which is more of a specific niche focused on clothing and supporting people with issues they've got with selling those and sharing the excitement at great finds and such like. So another Facebook group worth joining. Plus Louise is hot, so that was my excuse for joining. I believe actually I was the first member. I also got kicked out, but I was the first member.
I remember,
the only person to get kicked out.
Wow, that's a record in itself, mate. A record in itself.
Of course, she came. She came pleading for me to come back, so I relented.
Fair enough. Because I can see why. Todd's popped in, flipping hustler, from away from the US of A. And as I say, it's nice, like as I've been saying, from people from around the world to pop in to give some support on these YouTube streams, because we couldn't do YouTube, any of us who do YouTube, without you lovely people popping in the side chats, just subscribers who pop in and say hello and chat and ask questions, that sort of thing. Sue's popped in. Sue's part of the shame. Thanks for popping in, Sue. I'll go down the end of the chat. How far am I? Quite far down. Mel's in as well from Australia. There we go. Another side of the community from Australia.
Yeah, I mean, again, thanks to the community, I met my 52 future wives as well.
Yep.
But I have now retired from chasing women, and so have had to sadly divorce them.
Oh dear.
But yeah, think about it, right? Without this community, me and you, Peter and Derek, we would never have met and got drunk together.
We would not have, no, we wouldn't.
You'd never have seen me dancing.
Oh dear, yeah. Yeah, on the meetup, yeah.
That of course never happened.
No,
so not much. Community. I think like anything else, it has its downsides. Derek will tell you, I roll my group with an iron fist. I want it to be a safe place for people to post and not feel like they're not feel scared to ask questions or whatever. So if I see something I don't like, I will delete it.
Correct. Yeah, that's what you got to do.
Apologize for doing so, and I probably won't even give an explanation if I do it. If I feel it's not suitable, it's gone.
Correct. So, it's your group. You do basically what you want.
But at the same token,
I
also like to have some exchange, some adult humour and whatever as well.
Correct. Yeah, we got to have that as well. Nice friendly banter.
I think everyone.
Sailor White says there she didn't realise the community was so big until I found George and Peter. Yeah, I think it was over 5 years ago now, or 5 years plus. But the reselling community, 5-6 years ago, that was quite small. There was only a handful of resellers and on YouTube, and over the years, it's suddenly grown. As well as we're finding people who new to the reselling community who create YouTube groups almost daily. It's just a fun thing to actually go to somewhere like Andrew's Facebook page, or go to Instagram, or even on someone's comments under their video and say, "Hi, I found your video via so and so. My name is. I'm from America, or from Australia, or from UK. I've been doing reselling this and the other. Hope to see more videos." And that's sort of important to all of us who do YouTube. It sort of raises our spirit in a way. It makes us keep going and brings, again, another aspect of the community together. As what Andrew was saying, that we wouldn't know anyone without how the community has been, and without like being able to follow other people and meeting people. Because obviously, as I say, I wouldn't have met seeing Tracy or Tommy or Todd Flippin' Hustler or anyone in UK or Australia. It's just so nice. And now we've known quite a lot of people for a long time. We get to know what they sell, what they do, a bit part about their life, and have some friendly banter. I go on streams, i.e. drinking with Andrew, this, that, and the other, and just kind of relax after a hard day, thrifting, sourcing, or even if you have to go to work, this, that, and the other. It's just a nice, friendly, relaxing atmosphere.
Yeah, I mean, I remember watching Nick and Zahir do their tap chat probably about 2 or 3 years ago, and they were always somebody I watched, almost like a TV program, if you like. There was very little sort of interaction between me and them at that point. But it's amazing now, because now I've met them both in person, and I chat quite regularly with them both, either on YouTube or on Facebook. And it's strange how the community's grown, in that small amount of time, in about 2 or 3 years.
There's also there's somebody in this chat, my good friend, gorgeous Georgina Gell, right? Mm-hmm. She was a reseller for several years without even realizing that this community existed. She came across us entirely by accident. I think last year it was, Georgina, if I remember correctly, or it might have been 2018 now. But she joined the community even after me, and then of course she made the mistake of saying hello to me on YouTube once, and that was it. She's never been able to forget it. But she was killing it before, and now she's joined the community, and her business has gone from strength to strength as a result. So,
definitely,
being part of the community can really support your growth, business wise, and help you as well.
Yeah, definitely. I totally agree with everything you said there. Definitely. Let us know in your areas where you're from, if it's UK, Australia, America, UK, or anywhere in the world, how your community helps and how other communities help you as well. It's a home from home, says Adrian. Thanks for popping in, Adrian.
I think there's no YouTube videos and no Facebook groups. And I was literally sitting here buying and selling the stuff on eBay,
right,
on my own. I don't think my business would have grown as quickly as it has, or to the level it has.
Yeah,
I believe that. I think it is the showing your hauls and seeing other people's hauls that sort of encourages you to do better, and I think it does make a big difference.
Yeah, totally. I totally understand that, and you sort of get to learn a lot more in reselling game, like your niches, and you get to know different aspects of what you have seen in the past, and you walk past sometimes daily. But one of the greatest comments from Sailaway, I'd put it up on there. To be honest, what other community offers a live night booze runs. Indeed.
Wow, that was ridiculous. I can't believe they shut every road to Tesco. There was nearly a riot because the boy racers couldn't get out of Burger King car park.
Yeah.
Oh, it was glorious.
It was carnage though. You had your mobile phone and we just about hear you, and you sort of and then you sort of got all the way around. It's like, oh, that was hilarious. And then you start going in there, looking at the RA where it was. You're thinking, time's ticking to get your beer or your cider.
You're going to lose your sponsorship if you keep on going to these.
I've just found 3 cans of short-dated Thatcher's Gold. I'm going to have to drink with Andrew on Friday. So, yeah.
I should be there.
I mean, what other community can you watch somebody clean his oven hob?
Correct. Yeah. What community can you do that? Yes, definitely.
I'm just going to go and get another coffee.
Right, mate. Evening, Jimmy Retro. Thanks for popping in. I love you guys. Got a nice gaming channel who shows hauls and stuff. Games he picks up for his collection. As I always say, most streams do go and sub to anyone in the chat who has a YouTube channel. It's easy enough to do. Just if you're on the phone, just click on their name and go and sub. Or if you're on PC, 3 dots, go to channel and subscribe. But Jimmy's been following me for a couple of years now, ever since I've found his channel. And that's another part of things. Like, you sort of, I had a comment the other day from the Mad Tatter. I think it was, the Mad Tatter on YouTube. We were talking because he put a post on my video, my live with 2 Aussie Thrifters, Brad, and saying I was the first YouTuber that he subbed to. And I thought, wow, that's
awesome.
Sort of heartfelt thing to say, which is nice. Going all the way back to when I started doing YouTube in 2017, in May 17. So it's like, wow. He's still to this day watching the videos, maybe in the background, but I know he's there because he tells me on stream. I've seen this one, and I find it nice. So as well as you do, Andrew. Well, in your case, it might be a little bit different, but I find it nice where people sort of have watched your earlier videos, whether they're not so good as your later ones, but saying, "Oh, I remember you so-and-so, you did this video on this. It really helped me do this." But in your case, it's slightly different with all the dramatics that's happened over the last year or so.
People watch me to see if I survive until the end of a live broadcast. I think.
Oh yeah.
But there is. I'm not a man who believes in doing edited content and such. Like, I'm very raw and visceral, and that is my personal style. That's how I am in real life. That's how I am on YouTube. So, therefore, I'll put out videos, and people. I do get people saying, "Oh, that's really helped me," and whatever. I think Carlo said he goes to TK Maxx now every month as a result of my recommendation.
Right, that's good, yeah.
But I enjoy the community aspect of it that the YouTube lives give you, because you can speak to people, you can have people like StreamYard, been the best thing ever. When Google Hangouts went, I thought, "Oh, this is terrible. There's, nothing's going to replace this." But then StreamYard just filled that.
I remember your first stream with Carboot Chris. I remember sitting in a doctor's surgery waiting, and I had the headphones in. I thought, I'll pop in. What's this new technology? And I thought, wow. It took me a while, as with Asperger's, it took me a while to get over it, sort of get into it and be able to do it, because I waited till the last night of Google Hangouts, and I thought, right, I must make sure I learn how to do it. It's, as you say, the best thing ever, because you can have people in, you can put banners up, for example, like, share, and subscribe. What else have I got there? Keep subscribed for more content, etc., etc., etc. All that sort of stuff. Devon Twins has popped in. Thanks for popping in, Devon Twins.
That's Bonnie. Hi, Bonnie.
Oh, okay. And also getting to know everyone's name.
Yeah,
I try and do that myself.
I had this debate with Louise the other day. Like, she can just about keep up with people's YouTube names, and I'm there telling her the name of every single one of her subscribers, whether they're married, what kids they've got, whatever. Jesus,
and she's like, "Wow, yeah, fair enough."
This is where I'm going to struggle, because I do plan on doing some lives to get my view count up. Now I'm at 1K, and I'm going to struggle with people's names because it's hard to remember.
All you got to do is say, "Let me know your name and where you're from." Done. And just put it. I'm like all that.
It's amazing how many people you see people come up and you've not seen them for a while, so you're like, oh, is everything okay and whatever, and then you
definitely,
find
another side.
it isn't, and you can have the conversation about that.
Whereas if you saw someone you haven't seen for a while outside of the reseller community, outside, like in the street, you sometimes wouldn't pass the time of day, but here you kind of would. Jimmy's just saying there about how the Monumental Facebook group sorted his problems yesterday. I didn't see what they were, but that's brilliant.
Yes, even the cult leader himself commented on that and told him just to be brave and do what I do.
Excellent.
Was that the wobbly DVD case?
Yeah.
Okay, I missed that one.
That's happened to me a few times. The DVD was loose in the jewel case, but it was a brand new sealed DVD. I've just sent it. You can sort of move it around and try and clip it back in, but then you run the risk of scratching it.
Yeah. That's fair enough. Julie wants to know about Andrew's bras. Have you sold them yet?
No, I've not sold them yet. They're still available for sale. So if anyone here is a 32C or B or whatever wants to buy some lovely new bra, here we go. We've got live here, folks. If you search for Monumental Emporium on YouTube, you can have a lovely 36B bra. Offers are open. I'll accept anything of 15 quid or above.
We've got another one there, yep.
Or if you prefer blue, I do have a 32C bra in blue.
Oh. You got to wonder what the gas engineer thought when he came to your house today.
He didn't even, right, after all that.
Well, about the gas hob, he didn't actually even check it, yeah.
Didn't even look at the gas hob.
Wow, all that effort for nothing.
So he's supposed to
what I hadn't thought of, because I didn't realise they were going to put this hive heating in for me.
Right, yeah.
Because it was under the home cover sort of thing. They were replacing everything for free, and they put hive in, which is great. So I've got smart heating now. I didn't realise though that would mean he needed access to the Wi-Fi router. So all the crap I'd shoved from over there near the hob, I put over here. I then had to move again so we could get to the Wi-Fi router. So that was fun because it's connected up by Ethernet cable. They do look, Louise. They don't fit. They wouldn't fit you either, Louise. I know. I've determined that.
Also, so Andrew's been looking.
Well, of course, Andrew's been looking. He makes no bones about it.
Pete says there, the vinegar jar, he really started being more sociable on the online groups, and it really has been beneficial. I used to think it was a waste of time, but it really does keep you sane sometimes. Correct, in this reselling world, as quite a lot, it can be quite a lonely basis where we're sitting at a PC, like sometimes quite a lot during the day, most of the week, and you're sitting there typing away, sort of doing your listing, this and the other. And sometimes we've got different aspects. Like sometimes people watch a YouTube video or listen to a bit of music. But if you didn't have like sort of live videos or even people to chat to, like what we've got going, a reseller lads chat on Facebook. So we can chat on Facebook, and that's another sociable aspect. If you're having a hard time, a bad day, you can just pop in there, not feeling that great. People can say and help you sort of bolster your confidence back up. And then the next day you can go and say, well, I've done this, and then this. I've made a few sales. Thank you very much.
Exactly. Has that been yesterday? I was messaging saying, look, lads, I'm feeling really down at the minute. Today I've listed 13 items.
Excellent.
So,
great thing, yeah.
Well, those chats are very much like it's a replacement for the lack of work colleagues, isn't it? Whereas if you're in an office, you go and get a coffee and chat for 5 minutes or something, and then go back to work. We go online and chat there. It's the same sort of thing. So otherwise, it would be really lonely just sitting in an office.
Oh, it would be. It'd drive you bonkers.
especially surrounded with old rubbish and piles.
Yeah,
Of
surrounded with dust traps.
pretty depressing, So it's good to be able to chat to other people.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I enjoy it quite a lot myself.
Even
Obviously, having, I say, I've
Well,
done
yeah.
Asperger's, I find it quite hard to interact with people, and getting a lot better at it these days. But it's just nice, as what Derek's saying, just to come and chat about pretty much anything.
well, like even like you think about it as well, the conversations you can have, you can enjoy having a conversation. Like I text people like videos of me moving the tat. Now, if I was to say that to someone in my family or one of my friends from sort of outside of reselling, they'd take one look at my house or whatever, and that'd be it. They'd probably never speak to me again. Think like
off, yeah, totally, yeah.
They'd be like disgusted. Here we're like, oh crap, yeah, that looks like my storage room.
Yeah, and we said, oh, I've got to tidy up now.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Craig's having fantasies. Sorry, I just put. I'm going down the.
When we can, I am coming up with a Cleaning with Andrew thumbnail. That is going to be a new YouTube series.
Excellent.
After the success of the debut episode yesterday.
Yeah, good.
Because what I find is, and I think Peter, the vinegar jar, mentioned this earlier, that him doing his YouTube's videos motivates him to do stuff that he wouldn't perhaps do otherwise.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take the same approach with Cleaning with Andrew, the hit new YouTube series coming out soon. And if anyone wants to send me some marigolds to wear, probably in a large size, be more than grateful, because believe me, I need them.
Make sure they've got diamonds on or flowers.
Not bloody flower ones.
Oh, Laney. Oh dear. What's that, Ron? When's the new cult coming? Peter Wray's Adventure Playground. Who knows? Keep subscribed to find out. Let's quickly go down the. Oh, hey up! It's Frank Spencer from Pommy Pickers. There we go.
I can't do dating with Andrew because nobody wants to date me. Plus, I'm retired from ladies anyway. Well, actually, that's not true. We all know of somebody in the community who would like to, but we won't commit that dark side.
Oh, good luck, Chris. He's driving down to Devon at 3 a.m. tomorrow. Good luck with all the moving and bits and pieces you've got to do with that.
Take care, Chris. I still expect to see you in April.
Yep, definitely. Just have a look, see where I am. Okay, I think I'm there.
Do we know how many people are going to the meetup so far?
The Manchester meetup, yeah, that's a good point, actually. Thank you for mentioning that, Derek. We do have a face-to-face meet in Manchester on the 18th of April. It's looking like the Spinningfields at 2 p.m.
Yep.
No, so he is coming along. He's I've managed to twist his arm into that.
Excellent.
There's at least 20 going, but it could well be more. I
need international star going as well.
Pardon?
You've also got an international star coming along.
Yeah, Ronnie from the second-hand store over in YouTube, America. He's coming over. Me and Ronnie were going to meet anyway. That was our plan. So we figured that we would extend it into a meetup. Louise, KLC Reselling is coming. Georgina's having another drink now. Louise is coming to the meetup too. Gorgeous Georgina was going to come, but she didn't actually check her calendar before committing to it.
Okay.
And it's supposed to be in 2 places. Craig, Paradox Picker, says he's going to come.
Excellent.
Eric's going to be there as well. But you bring your lovely partner, Joanne, as well?
Yeah, she's coming. Yeah.
There's Steve Jackson in the chat is going to be there with his gorgeous partner, Lana. From Reseller is going to be there as well. So we've got quite a few people coming. I assume Richard's coming as well, Derek, your brother.
Yeah, he said he was, yeah.
So yeah, we should have a good good crowd going. I know
That's-
Carla's been talking about
Yeah.
doing a meet-up in Bristol as well, similar sort of time. So I think that'll be taking place too. Damien's open to come as
enough.
well, do the resales. So, you know, it's the other thing as well, the point I want to make is it's all about resellers and resellers community. My community and meetups and anything I do is open to all. You don't have to be a reseller. You could be married to one, living with one, the parent or
Yeah.
or spawn of one or whatever. Offspring, I think, is probably a better word than spawn. You know, it's open to all.
Yeah, that's definitely that's good. It's the same, like I say, with meetups and even on the chats or anywhere really. Because I just noticed a guy called Kurt's popped in. Just Kurt. He's an urban explorer, and I've been sub to him for 2.5 or about that. And we've struck a good friendship up. And he always, when he can, pops in the chats occasionally to say hello and this and that. I don't restrict any of the chats to just resellers or anything. Anyone can sort of join in the chat. Sensible, obviously, but anyone can join in the chat and say hello and your background, whatever you do. Because obviously he does a lot of videos on his channel with urban exploring and that sort of exploring field. So do go and subscribe. He's from Wales, so
Greatest country on earth. True fact.
Whereabouts in Wales he's from, but yeah, it's quite a few from Wales. Oh, don't start that. My first, he has to. He watched that a few months ago, right? He commented. It's basically the ice bucket challenge I did years and years and years ago, and outside. I think I just got out of bed. I thought I got a message from a mate of mine to do the ice bucket challenge because you had to promote people and got the sort of bucket with ice in it, shoved it over my head, and that was
the ice bucket challenge. I did that, but it was on Facebook. Thank God.
I did that as well. There is a video somewhere.
I've got it on YouTube.
Well, now I know that. I'm taking a look straight at that after this one. I'm going to do a reaction video of me watching your ice bucket challenge.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'll see if I can find it out.
That is a great idea, though, for a YouTube series. It's like reaction videos of watching your fellow YouTubers' first videos. I'll bet Nick would love it if I did a reaction video watching his first one.
Oh God, yeah. It's very short, but where is it?
I know George did, but bloody George it was too long to do a reaction video on. We need short content. Oh, but obviously, by the way, nobody look at my first video.
I don't mind sharing it. It's random stuff anyway. I was just going down and see if I can find it. I've got so many videos. To go and check them all out. You see what I did there? I don't know about it. It's around. So I'll just have a look. A few more comments. Peter said he started to YouTube to make him do more work, but I feel like I can't do a stream if I've done naffle work. That's true. Yes, a lot of people just don't watch streams during the day, but only watch it in the evening after they've done quite a bit of work. But it does sort of bring it together to sort of help you do more work for your community. They sort of like say, not so much have you done sound say, but sort of like encourage you to do more work. I've got it here.
Well, it can go two ways because if you're watching a YouTube video whilst you're working, it can put you off, and you're not.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Or it's going to encourage you to actually listen.
I don't know why I'm showing you this. To be honest, I've only just got out of bed. It don't work. You can all have a good laugh or laugh. Screen share. If you'll let me do share audio. Okay, share that. Yes, I've seen everyone to go through. Hopefully that works. AKA DP Sounds for this ALS Ice Bucket Challenge nomination trick. I'm going to nominate Natasha Briggs, Stuart Lovett.
He looks so young.
Yep. Chris Goodwin and Emma McGrath.
You've already broken the rules. You're only supposed to nominate 3.
And to post on Facebook.
It doesn't matter. I don't make loads.
Even then, you was a rule breaker.
Posing in 3 seconds. I've got to shove the cup of water over his bloody head. And it's bloody raining and all. Anyway, 3.
Oh, we complain about raining. You're going to get a bucket of ice on you. Oh, you did it. And that right there, folks, that's Peter's cum face.
You dirty sod.
Fortunately, mine is buried in Facebook. Nobody will find mine.
Pete, oh dear me. Oh, he only edits so when Andrew drops his phone or laptop.
I don't even edit that out, to be honest.
Fair enough. Oh, Roger's being Rod. Raw equals lazy, maybe. To Andrew. Oh, dear me. Oh,
He's just jealous because it took him longer to get to 1,000 subscribers.
yeah, that's cool. Yeah, we'll do it in our own way, and we get help from whoever else, plug in the channels, or you go in and promote the channels whenever you can.
You've got to be careful though, because sometimes if you go on certain channels, you might lose.
What have I told you?
True, yeah, it's true.
I got you to 1,000 subscribers. I met my commitment. What you do with them when you get them, that's entirely up to you.
Oh,
I think they just realised I've been on your channel, so that
yeah, that's true. How many did you lose? 6?
You shouldn't murder puppies. Derek kills puppies.
There we go. He's gone down. No.
I've only got a small buffer.
Yeah. And Pete, if you want to put a sub to Vinegar Jar, do it on your Monday live. You can do it on the banners on StreamYard. Kurt is saying your channel is doing well, buddy. Great to see. I just popped in to say hello. See you soon. Thanks for popping in, Kurt. Much appreciated. Good to. I'll try and catch up on some of your videos soon. So let's have a look. Nick's in. Hello, Nick. And Chris B has popped in. Popping in, Chris. Hopefully you're all good. Julie's here as well. Just quickly going down there before it jumps again. You get this many legends in. It jumps every few minutes. Oh, Fat Man Shed, quite far behind. The bride wouldn't fit.
There's a tie-in with your Ice Bucket Challenge video, of course, because that was for charity, and one of the aspects that the reseller community supports there's a lot around the course is charity. You know, we saw the 2 Aussie thrifters live where Peter did me on a piece of paper, which I'm still bitter about, that I was going to burn. Although that's probably not appropriate to do with something for that particular charity. But yeah, when he did live auction to support the wildlife rescue fund and the work that the Red Cross were doing to help people who sort of lost everything in the bushfires over there, you know. Of course, we've had charity auctions that Nick and Andrew have run as well, and
correct, and Tom did one as well. Nick,
Ad's 12-hour live stream, which I was sort of very proud to help support. We got over $2,000 for charity, you know.
Yes, I think Zahir did one where he shaved all his hair off for charity.
That was just because he had lice.
Oh, Rod really wants to know when you're cleaning the bog on cleaning with Andrew.
Yeah, that will no doubt be on next week. Cleaning with Andrew. Won't be tomorrow because I think Louise is going live tomorrow. Another drink judging it. I think Louise is going live tomorrow to show off whatever she's picked up in the day. So
how long will that be? I'll have to.
I believe it's going to be after Ads finishes basically. So it depends. Depends how long he rambles for.
That one after Ads. We've got a great question. What's the most amount of items you listed in one day, Derek?
It's got to be about 50 or 60, I think, but that would be a rare occasion when I get to that amount. On a proper good listing day, I can get to about 30.
Fair enough. That's a good
I think
thing.
I've 50 in the past.
Ooh, live sale.
Cool. And do you, Derek? Do you do like a certain amount of high valued item listing and then work on some lower value, or do you just do both?
I try to mix it. So I always list a couple of high value things. When I say high value, I'm talking sort of 40 to 50 pounds. And then I've got the 10 to 20 pound items that are the rest.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I try to mix up. So then, I go on the basis that whatever I list that day is sort of how much I'm going to earn per day, because eventually it will sell. So if I know I've listed, £300 worth of stuff, in theory, I should make £300 per day.
Well, yeah, that's the theory, but we can fingers crossed on that and all that, touch wood. And
obviously it's spread unevenly across days. So one day I might have £100, one day I might make £400 or something. So it's all uneven, but that's my theory to it.
Of course, it was good. Yep. And then you do cross listing on other platforms as well.
Yeah, that's not going very well for me at the moment. I'm cross listing on Etsy, and I've had no sales. Well, I had one sale, but I had to cancel it. And the views on it are just horrendous. So I'm continuing to do it, but I need to do a video on it actually on my lack of progress on it. But
Stu Mansry tells me he does well at selling fossils on it.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, watch out about for tomorrow.
I think all my items are going to become fossils if they don't. So long.
Live with Tap Peddler, aka Dave Attenborough, rummaging through. What can I see?
But it's all cross-listed on eBay. So at the moment, things are still selling on eBay, and then I just have to deactivate them on Etsy.
Yeah, fair enough.
I looked at Etsy, and I just thought, no, this isn't the thing for me.
I was hoping it would be almost like a backup, once I established it, but I haven't got that many things. I think I've got about 20 or 30 things on there now, and it's not enough to give it a proper trial. That's why I'm continuing to do it. But at the moment, I'm spending 20 cents each item, and I feel it's a bit of a waste of money at the moment. But we'll see. I'm going to carry on doing it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Anyway, I'm going to give it a few months.
Yeah, I think that's what you got to do with these platforms. Give them a few months, put a few different types of items on, and see how they go.
Yeah.
And how many listings can Andrew list in a day? Well,
it depends. It depends entirely what I'm listing. If it's clothes, about 10 before I give up and want to kill myself.
Well, yeah, we'll be specifics about that. Yeah.
If it's media, I've done over 100 in a day. But
yeah.
Just doing media, I would do on 40 or 50 a day, no problem. But if it's hard goods, I can do up to 20 a day. Clothing, as I say, up to 10 a day. But of course, the context of that is I also work full time as well, folks.
Yeah, but that's true. You do indeed. Yeah, you have a hectic life.
And obviously, as community leader, whatever I am, I've also got to look after
call you one day.
All of that, because if I leave Derek in charge, he forgets what day it is.
Oh, the Wednesday things. Yeah.
He's had to put a reminder in now to tell him what day of the week it is.
Yeah, I saw it in the chat. Yeah, a reminder.
Could do with an alarm every morning just to tell you it's Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, with Andrew's voice. Make sure you do the when.
I think I could sell voice clips. Derek.
No, that would frighten. That would seriously frighten.
And we're going, whoops, out the window. Rod's here says about YouTube is our coffee machine. Where can we chat without the pain of a boss saying get back to work? Indeed, it's just us and Rod. You got.
Rod can't do that because every time he does, Mel tells him to get back to work.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, if she's got him to do another challenge.
He catches him, yeah.
That's very true. But yeah, just going down. Take care, Kurt. Just popping in, mate. Quite far behind. I don't know how far I'm behind, but just have a look. So I'm just going down the chat, dude. Okay.
Do we have any Polish people in my work? We don't Polish check. Not at all. I think I've come across one or two, but the criteria to get there's nationality criteria and all sorts to get security clearance to work for the government. So people I work with are all UK residents from birth.
Fair enough. That's cool. Just reading Nick, because Nick said spawn of a reseller, and then Chris B said, is that title of Andrew's new film?
I couldn't remember the right word for children. Offspring. That's what I meant, not spawn.
Kurt is just near. How do you pronounce it?
Abertilly.
Yeah,
Abertilly, that actually. Abertilly. Not me down there.
Oh, there we go. Nick did the Ice Bucket Challenge, one holiday in Turkey. Well.
I feel that is cheating.
Of course it is.
It's not in the true spirit of it. I did it in my garden when I lived up in near Blackpool, and my garden was like right open onto the street, so all the neighbours were watching me do it, and people walking past. My mate was filming it for me.
Definitely. Pigs Can Fly has said there about he's a new YouTuber. I found the community is really supportive. I get so many other YouTubers message with advice, which is amazing. That is true. If you haven't seen Pigs Can Fly's channel, do go and subscribe.
The best advice I can ever give to anyone looking to do YouTube and to get monetized and whatever. Hey, Peter.
Hello, mate.
Is do the opposite of everything I do. Do what George does instead.
Evening, Pete. How's the day been?
Just sorting out the technology. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. I've just been buying loads of V-Bucks, Pete. So.
Fortnite. Okay.
Okay.
Going crazy on that.
Talking about the community, Pete. If it hadn't been for Lads Chat, you've been invited on or put on, then you wouldn't be able to have the actual StreamYard link, because of what happened last week.
No, it's weird. I sort of put a comment in earlier that I've been reselling since sort of 2016.
Yeah.
And I sort of did the usual thing of watching Nick, watching Z's, watched Tom's, and a few others I watched at the time.
Yeah.
But I would only sort of comment on the chat. So every Tuesday night you'd normally see like a Peter Cummins comment trying to be sarky with someone, or that sort of thing. But it was only back end of 2019 I thought, well, I will actually sort of do a YouTube channel and get more involved in it. And I've been pleasantly surprised, because I was quite cynical about it. But it's amazing.
You're cynical? Never.
Cynical Pete. But it is amazing what a positive effect it has. It is incredible. So, it's a good thing. But there's lots of different views on it. I mean, like I say, you mentioned a few of the other Facebook groups, and a lot of people are down on things. And it's, I think it's a lot easier to criticize something than to actually see the good it does, sometimes. So,
definitely.
And definitely get to see some sights as well. So.
True.
I bet it gives you a new appreciation for how much effort and hard work goes into the YouTube as well, Peter.
Yeah, doing it. Yeah, well, Pete will know this. When I started YouTube, I said, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do it every day, just a 10-minute clip. It's simple, because I'll just film what I'm doing. This will be easy. And by by about the end of the 6th week, I was going to bed at night thinking, what am I going to put on? What am I going to put on? And so, you know, I thought, I'm not doing it every day. I'm just going to do it when I need to do it, maybe a couple of times a week. You know, you don't want to, because my YouTube channel is all about kind of doing stuff regularly, and I couldn't even do the YouTube regularly. So
No, it's not a certain amount of time out during the day, which you could have spent making money.
Yeah, it's funny that some of the opinions you have in your head. Like I kind of when I started reselling, I thought, how difficult can it be? But it is difficult. And I did exactly the same with YouTube. I was kind of like, how difficult can that be? And it is difficult. So, you know, but it's immensely fun thing to do as well. And what you get from it is amazing.
Yeah. And you get to meet legends, Pete.
I do. I do, Pete, in jumble sale queues. So, on a regular basis. So.
And 12 months ago, could you see yourself sat next to the greatest clothing reseller in the world? I'm sure you couldn't.
Well, indeed. When that happens, I'll let you know, Andrew.
I'm not next to Peter there. How is
contention.
But I am, and I've sold more clothes this month.
That's debatable.
I know the greatest bag seller in the world. That's who
me. Picking up loads of bag
man.
Oh God, going around the car jump sales with all his bags and he's like, ooh. But yeah,
you know, I bought one the other day. I bought a camera bag.
Yeah. I think you said that. Yeah.
I was just like, oh my God, you know, it's like when I bought. You influenced me, Pete. I bought a tripod last year, and I was like, oh, what am I doing?
Is where I go through and just buy loads of one.
Derek bought a tripod when he was outsourcing with me. It turned out he could have bought online for less.
Oh, but I did sell it.
Yeah. Hello, Nick. Thanks for being
here. How are you?
Hi, Nick.
Hello. How are we all?
Say hello to Kelly Picker. His first time checking out my channel. Thanks for popping in. All the way from America. Lovely. Victoria's popped in.
Anybody want a Braun Combi Max?
Put in here. Ooh.
Are you selling that as the full thing or parts?
Parts you'll get probably 5 times as much.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to part it.
Yeah, well, I usually do as well.
This looked absolutely filthy about 10 minutes ago. It's shiny now. Look at that. Oh, beautiful.
Oh.
That reminds me a lot of my oven hob, except it took over an hour.
So what's this about cleaning with Andrew? Is this your new tip for YouTube stardom?
It's my latest YouTube, after the success of yesterday, where people actually paid for me to clean an oven hob.
The oven was absolutely, the top of it was disgusting.
Are you going to invest in some cleaning products this time, though?
It may be required, yeah. It turns out that dishwasher tablets aren't really good for anything apart from being in a dishwasher.
Try a blowtorch and might sort it out.
Fair enough.
Have you got one you can sell me?
I'm sure I've got one somewhere.
Okay, Nick Cade popped in, and I did see Anna W. popped in. Max popping in.
Hello, Anna. Anna is also from Wales.
Is she? Lovely. Lots of Welsh blood in the chat.
So many Welsh resellers, aren't there? Loads of them. And they all sell clothes.
They however, do all acknowledge the fact that Wrexham is my turf. They're not allowed to enter here.
You're the godfather of Wrexham.
Yeah. Andrew has cameras all over the place and checks it regularly.
Yeah, that's not for reselling purposes, though.
No, I've heard about that. What's that? Oh, Kelly Picker saying to Andrew about that red jumper. Still looks like a Russian hamster.
This is don't be mocking me Adidas retro tracksuit top. This is.
You should sell that. You shouldn't be wearing it.
Yeah.
I bought this off a reseller.
Fair enough.
I used to, when I was last year, when I saw a new reseller starting out, I'd show my support. I would buy piece of clothing off them for me. But then I became a clothing reseller myself and just saw it as promoting the competition, so I stopped.
Well, yeah.
The amount of people joining the community and taking part now, you'd have a big wardrobe as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, they understand what you wear. Like, oh, you've worn that how many times? Yeah.
It feels a very long time ago when there was literally, less than one handful of us doing videos. It's great now. There's always somebody new to have a look at.
Like that video you did with first ever meetup. There's only a handful there. The first ever meetup you did, Nick.
Yeah, and that was quite a long way into us doing that. I think there was 10 of us at that first one. There was Hixie and who else was there? Blimey, Ken.
Yeah, Ken, Caroline.
Yeah, Caroline. Yeah. Sean.
Oh, Sean, yeah.
I don't think Sean bothers with the videos anymore.
No, I don't think. But,
Not making them anyway. He probably watches. I don't know.
Was that the one? If I remember, Nick, you're going clubbing or you're going the cut. Remember, or was that the one we're talking to, or was it something else?
I'll tell you what we did if I remembered, Pete.
Did it involve trolleys?
No, that was just me and Tom. That was
Oh, right. Get mixed up.
That was one of the fabled Tom and Nick get drunk nights. That was when we borrowed a commode.
Somebody was asking me about Hixie the other day, that he's disappeared. I said I was sure he's still about. I'm sure he still speaks to him.
I had a missed call from him, and I haven't called him back. Actually, I won't do it now.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
I haven't spoken to him for a long time. I used to speak to him quite regular, but.
And that's the nice thing about the YouTube, and the reselling community. We sort of look after each other, and we sort of think, "Oh, how's so-and-so doing? I haven't seen them for a while." Like what we've been saying a little bit earlier. Because Paradox Picker Craig was saying to Nick, "Have you spoken to Vinny recently?"
No, it's not someone else I used to chat to quite regular, and I haven't done. I'll drop him a Facebook message, see if he's all right.
Cool.
I don't think he doesn't do YouTube anymore, does he? I think I sent him a message a while back, and he said he doesn't do it. So.
Well, Vinny?
Yeah.
Yeah, Peter, I think it's a long time since I've watched one of his, certainly, and they would still come up in my feed, so I think he's given up on that. I mean, he's a very busy man because he runs a regular bricks and mortar store, a hugely successful one as well. So perhaps it was just too much because it's a lot of work, YouTube. I mean, it's a great amount of fun and it's wonderful, but it can become, a drain on your time. That's for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
It was that. I don't know. I'll Facebook message him and see how he's doing, actually.
Yeah, that's cool. And I think Paul there, which no, it's Paul. I'm not reading that name out again. Says wish Ken would do more videos.
Well, he was doing some a while back.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, but he stopped again.
He became a bit of a cynic about the whole shit
all
of this, and stopped communicating with me, which is fine. That's his prerogative. And then he came back doing a series of quite amusing videos, and then he stopped.
Funny,
There's only one.
He told me he wrote one about me, the Wrexham Wanderer, but I haven't listened to it.
Oh, fair enough.
Who did Ken?
Yeah, apparently.
All right.
He wrote a poem about you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know they were a bit far out. Latest or later videos. Far out of the scene, but still. Okay. Just trying to see if any more questions. Let us know. Let's have a look.
Pete, I went sourcing today.
Got
usual.
Hi, Rod. Just note you're in there. Yeah, go on, Pete.
So we do guess the price for a Harry Potter Seen It second edition.
Pound.
In a charity shop.
High five.
Am I allowed to guess which area?
You didn't buy it then?
No.
All right. If you didn't buy
25 quid. £25.
No, it's $12.99 with a note on it saying complete. New one is £50 on Amazon on the note.
Yeah.
But this isn't new, and it probably isn't.
Was it a local charity shop or somewhere a little bit further away?
Purley.
Pearly, yeah.
I mean, it's not even the cinematic. It was the second version, second edition.
Of Harry Potter seen it?
Yeah, Harry Potter seen it. $12.99.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Wow. You'd be very lucky to get that on eBay.
Oh God.
I know.
Well, you wouldn't get that on eBay. I don't think.
No.
I ended up going.
That.
I was down there anyway, so I just thought I'd pop round there. I wouldn't take a trip out, especially for it. I spent £1. That's all I spent. I got one thing on a jacket. So, yeah, all my little honey holes have gone down there. They've disappeared. So,
I've just seen Mark for books. That's a fail for a start. Don't tell Andrew.
I know he comes on my patch every week.
you've got to keep off the bras. They're Andrews.
I take great pleasure when I do go sorting and showing Mark what I've picked up that he's missed out on.
Yeah, Pete does that to me.
Yeah.
I've been quite a lot, yeah. And the little Nike jacket I sold earlier, I picked up under Pete's nose again.
I know, and you rub it in as well.
Lucy's Pete. Great stream, guys. Been listening while playing GTA, not on Fortnite, by the way. Also, we hope you didn't spend too many V-Bucks. Much.
Maybe.
What's that you cleaning, Nick?
What? Parting out a mixer.
Okay. Good old spares.
It's in really nice condition. Look at that. I reckon that's been used like a handful of times. It's all shiny.
I've got a Mulinex. I'm trying to sell it whole. Perhaps I should part it out. Mulinex.
I've got a Kenwood mixer that somebody gave me for myself that I'm never going to use. Maybe I should part that out.
It's always worth parting out.
Some of them I do as a whole unit. It depends. You just do the usual and search completed, but
yeah, it's boxed. That's why I'm sending it. So trying to sell it new, selling it complete. But I might take a look at that.
Yeah, I took a look at this one earlier, and it looks like parted out. They seem to sell fairly regularly, the bits and bobs. So I'll play the long game on this one.
The problem I find with that, you're always left with one thing that doesn't sell.
Yeah, that's
the little component that great.
Squeeze a bit. That's the bit that nobody wants.
Right, so Rod, how's life down under?
That's the bit no one wants.
Chucking it down at the moment. Absolutely chucking it down.
Oh, brilliant.
And my shipping container's leaking.
Oh,
Even better.
That helps. Ask Andrew about leaks.
I should have fixed the leak a few weeks ago when it was sunny, but couldn't be bothered. And now I've got a 105-litre tub sat under the leak, which is filling up quicker than the Titanic.
I bet people are rejoicing, aren't they? The rain's come.
Oh yeah, I'm not moaning. Believe me, it's really it's welcome. I think we're in for it all weekend. I think it's going to be probably get about 100 millifall this weekend.
Nice.
It's 4 inches old school.
What's the situation with the fires? I've not really kept up recently. Have they?
I've not seen anything on the news on the internet, but I believe there are still smouldering and there's a few still on fire. But it's quite ignorant of me really not to keep up to date with that. But you've got to get on with life as well, haven't you? Yeah.
Well, there's been nothing here on the news for ages either. So
it's all coronavirus has taken over, and that's all they're talking about. That Brexit, the fire doesn't stand a chance to get on the news.
I saw Steve Green posted a picture today. I don't know if any of you saw it, and it's this coach with a bus driver.
Oh, that guy, yeah.
Yeah, and he's driving this coach full of people with the suspected virus on.
Yeah.
And the guy stood behind him has got a full hazmat suit on, and this coach driver's there like that, just driving along. He's like, what the hell?
Oh, dear. It's like Resident Evil all over again. Get one bite, and that's it. You're flesh-eating zombies.
I'm telling you, this coronavirus is a cover. The Umbrella Corporation has released the T-virus.
Yeah.
This is it. There's going to be zombies. Right. Top tip, folks. If you're looking for somewhere to go in a zombie apocalypse, your local cinema has a generator. That's all I'm saying. Power generator, and lots of drink, food, albeit most of it sweets. That's where I'm going in the zombie apocalypse.
Mm.
You'll be all right in Wales. Just saying.
How do you figure that one out?
Oh dear.
Those zombies are going to look at me like I'm an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Really? I thought it was turned around the way.
How did your gas meter man go?
Well, didn't even look at the hub.
Hey, sorry?
Didn't go anywhere near the hub.
You probably saw the video last night or yesterday or whatever and thought, steer clear of it.
I've got a wonderful new setup now, all working. I can control me heating from my phone.
Oh,
Brilliant.
God.
All free as well.
You'll be sat at work and you'll inadvertently set off all the showers in the house. The bath will be running. And...
Yeah.
And he said to me, he said, "Oh, you can. I might just turn the heat up now. I'm feeling a bit cold."
Oh.
I turned it up now. But yeah, he came in. He goes, "Oh yeah, you're going to have this smart heating and whatever." He says, "I just need to get to your Wi-Fi router." Well, all the crap had moved from over there was over here, so I had to bloody move all that back again.
Tough life, isn't it?
Correct. You're getting up and falling over.
Where's all your stock going when you get rid of the cow shit?
Got a 40-foot shipping container lined up, so it's going in there. So it's about 80 square foot less than I've got at the minute, so I need to get rid of 80 square foot between now and the end of March of stock. But I reckon I can do it.
So you found any more bolos, Andrew, in his stock?
So I'm not sourcing, just selling.
Yeah.
I've got a garage as well that I can put stuff in. So.
Will you be shelving it out and things like that?
Yeah, well, I've got the shelves that I bought for the cow shed, so I'll put those in the shipping container.
Here's a bolo for you. Last night when me and Andrew were doing the waffle, one of the lads over here, a guy called Zach, he sold a board game over here for $239. He picked up for $2.
And what was it called?
Twin Peaks. It's a vintage 90s one, apparently.
I had
heard you say that in your chat earlier.
Yeah, the values of those have gone up and up and up. I wish I'd kept mine.
And he just said it about 3 seconds after I was slating the sale of board games in Australia as being a non-event.
I saw that one.
I greatly enjoyed getting the Australians in the chat to share their board game sales successes with you as well. It felt like everyone in that chat had sold the board game apart from Rod.
Yeah, I've sold a few, but I just don't deal with them anymore. They're just well.
I sold a sealed Ghost Castle. That got me like loads of money. That was lucky.
Mm-hmm.
How much did you get for that, Pete?
Well, it was. I think it was around 200 or maybe just a bit under. It
Wow.
was a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
I got 2 sealed things, and one was a Ghost Castle, and another one was I can't remember what it was, but it was a kind of game like a Dungeons and Dragons type of game, not like a role playing game, but like almost like Hero Quest, but not Hero Quest. And that I got them off the same guy, both sealed.
Oh right.
And I think it was house clearance because it was like £2 pickups from boot fairs, and he didn't know what they were, and I was like, oh my god! But that was 2 years ago, so.
Well, yeah, it's still good. Flip though.
That's a proper moment when you see something like that, that you go into panic and you can't do things quick enough.
It's mad when you see something that you kind of have heard about on, or, through the community or whatever. Like there's what's that game with the Kong at the top and the ball bearing goes up. And,
Skull Island, is it? No,
it's not Skull Island. It's got Kong in the title, I think. Yeah, something like that.
I've had it.
I've had it. And I got it because I saw Ben Fitz sell it. He picked it up. It was one of his sort of bucket list items. And when I saw that, I was like, "Oh, fantastic!" And I think it was only maybe 40 quid or something. But it's just when you know something you can buy for 2 quid and you can flip it for 20.
Didn't you show that on your live stream 2 weeks ago, Nick? That game Peter's on about.
No,
Where you was just trying to assemble it, and you said, "Oh, there's a bulb."
Oh no, that's something. It's up there, Splish Splash. No, and you've got to get a ball up to the Kong who revolves at the
Kong
top.
Man. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a great game.
Man, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
You mentioned the wrong one at the time. I think that was it.
games like that will only continue to go up because
Correct.
they're all ending up in the hands of collectors. And
Yeah.
I've seen, since I've been doing this, I've seen the values just creep and creep and creep, and it just keeps going. It's like Andrew had you picked up an Ankh Morpok,
Yes.
and that's now easily
the Discworld, is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It cost me £3.50 in a charity shop in Wrexham. I sold it for £129.99. I sold it for.
Yeah, I've not seen that for I don't know how many years, and I think I got 50 quid for it back whenever it was.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that shows, you know, the market just keeps increasing because that was deleted. Well, I think it was probably a one edition game, you know, one run.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Definitely. Apparently, Aid's got a sealed Twin Peaks. He can't bring himself to let it go. If you think of the money,
get rid of it.
I'd be
really, yeah.
selling that. Christ, yeah.
But hang on here.
I'll pay me eBay fees that I've got to pay yet. I need to get some sales in this next week or so, otherwise I'll be bankrupt.
It's weird how sometimes you do, you know, if you've got something that you know is worth a lot of money, it's sometimes not the first thing you list because you kind of think, oh God, you know, if this sells, how am I going to post it? How am I going to, you know, how's it going to get there? Am I going to get done over?
Like that bloody Castlevania that Nick forced me to list in the end.
Yeah, there's a fear of it going wrong that will prevent you from. I mean, I've got a few bits that haven't gone on because I don't actually know if it sold. How, if it got lost in the post, what would I do? Because they're so high value. But
the Royal Mail 48-hour service, 500 quid compo. That's what I used.
Yeah.
Cost a few quid more, but
yeah, I'm sure you can get additional. You can pay for additional insurance, I guess, as well. But you know,
There's a definite apprehension about selling valuable stuff. I mean, it's only natural. I mean, no matter how long you do this. I mean, actually, in our chat, George just shared he sold a reel-to-reel player for 500.
Yeah, I saw that.
That'd give me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah.
That's a thing as well.
I sent one just the other day. It was a £300 one, and I got a return request yesterday.
No.
So it cost me 25 quid to send it via Parcel Force. I insured it as well. And he says that it doesn't record, which it did because I tested that. And he says it just fast forwards or rewinds. It doesn't play at proper speed.
Yeah.
I don't know how it can only do it does that, but then it doesn't record. So his story doesn't sound right. But he's got like a 14 rating. So I've messaged him because obviously he put in return and eBay automatically accepts it and stuff. So I've messaged him saying it's got to be packaged the way I sent it because, you know, I put polystyrene over it and the buttons and stuff. So it was all, you know, I put cling film around it to make it all compacted. And yeah, I just worry what I'm going to get back.
I mean, I don't know whether it would prove anything, but anytime I've got like a video DVD combi that's worth about 200, I'd video myself testing it, you know, just the different bits of functionality, but I've never had to use it. But
yeah, I don't know how that would help though.
It probably wouldn't, but
I'm not sure it would.
I could say you was doing any video player.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
They wouldn't.
just the crazy things you do. But I had a £200 GSP sale that arrived broken. It was like an ornament thing, but it got refunded because it's GSP. You know, it's and they obviously as soon as they accepted it, it was well packaged, but it just arrived broken. So I'm
hoping I can claim on my insurance for this reel-to-reel because I'll see what I get back first. But I just hope that he packages it well enough to send it back as well. And that's the problem with eBay's return policy because he probably has no experience about packaging stuff. He's got a 14 rating.
Well, I had one. I sold a teas made, and the woman, arrived, and she said she didn't like the taste of the tea, and apparently it tasted rusty. She wanted to send it back. So I said, okay, the return address is on the label. Send it back via Hermes, because I thought, oh, she might just send it back, or And then she said, oh no, I'm going to send it back Royal Mail, and I was like, oh my god, that's going to cost it's going to be like at least 15 quid. And I said, look, the best thing to do is open a return, and let it all go through eBay. And she hasn't done that. She messaged me today saying, I've sent it back, and I'm thinking, well, I'm definitely not going to refund your Royal Mail postage. And I don't know what sort of a state it's going to be in when it gets back anyway. So just kind of have to wait and see on that one. But,
How are you, Derek? I'd be hoping it come back broke, claim on the insurance and sell it off for spares.
Yeah, well, part of me hopes it might. The problem is the insurance coming back to me. I don't know what, because I've just bought the eBay label. So I don't really know how that's going to turn out.
I'll never understand how that works, because I kind of think, hasn't it got to be small parcel to come back? But I don't think it has. It can be any size. Or...
Well, this thing's 25 kilograms.
Yeah, they're going to stick a £3.80, track.
It's a £3.04 label or something. I've sent the guy. That's the only option. So I've sent him that. But I don't really want to send him. I don't want to buy something for £25, which it cost me originally, because he might not use it and might not send it back, and then I've lost. Because eBay give you a certain amount of time to send it back. I think you only have a certain amount of time to cancel the order. So, he's basically got a month to send it back, or 3 weeks, or whatever it is.
That return window's ridiculous.
To cancel it or something. So, yeah, I have no idea what's going to come back. But yeah, part of me hopes it does come back damaged, because then I can claim. I don't know.
Really good. If you kind of keep track of what goes on with that would make a really interesting video to sum up the experience, really. Especially, so you reckon that a £3.50 or whatever label, as far as eBay is concerned, is going to cover a 25 kilo?
Well, I don't think it will, because I've had this before, and they've emailed me saying, the buyers emailed me back saying that they've gone to their post office and tried to use the label, and they've refused to take it in. And,
Why?
Just pop it on the scales. Well,
so with that particular item, I think I ended up.
They won't accept it. They can't. It's oversized for him.
Yeah.
Post office can't take it. If it was parcel force, fair enough, but they won't take a Royal Mail one.
Well, I had a similar item the other day that was heavy. It wasn't as heavy as this reel-to-reel player, but it was heavier than the 2 kilograms. I think it was like 10 kilograms. But it came back with the eBay label, but it also had a parcel force sticker on. And I think what had happened was the buyer had gone there, they've been told that they won't accept it, and they've paid again to send it back, out their own pocket.
I never quite understand what buyers do sometimes. It's like a little, and you don't want to find out. You wouldn't want to message that buyer and say, did you pay extra?
I've got a buyer at the minute. I sold him a coat back in November, and he messaged me when he got it saying it was ripped. So I said, fair enough. I've obviously not spotted that. Return it. Didn't hear anything more from him. He sent me a message yesterday saying, I'd like to return this now. I said, well, I'm very sorry, but we're well past the 30-day return window now. I can't accept the return on it.
Do you know, Andrew, I've had almost a similar thing. Guy bought a shirt, opened a return, said it didn't fit. This was like 6 weeks ago. He hadn't used the return label. I was ringing eBay, so I rang them last week, and and I rang them this morning, and they looked it up because you can't see the tracking, and they said, oh yeah, it looks like he hasn't sent it, so we'll close the return, and he won't get a refund. This afternoon, shirt turns up in the post. What are the odds? So I don't know what to do now because the return's closed. I've actually blocked him because I tend to block anyone who returns stuff. So he can't message me. So I suppose he could appeal it, and
He can still message, yeah.
But you can message on an existing transaction, but
Yeah.
seeing as it's been closed, is it open?
He can still go into that item in his order history and send the message on it.
Yeah, well, if he does, I mean, I will refund him. But I mean, it's just weird how I was saying to eBay, I can't see any tracking because it's a return, and I don't get, I'm not privy to that information. And they were looking at it and they were saying, oh yes, it looks like he hasn't used the label. And that was this morning, and the thing arrived this afternoon. So it was obviously posted. It had been posted. It just got some doofus at eBay looking at it. So.
And you do get some. I had a customer buy some socks off me the other day. First words in the title were the size of the socks.
Yeah.
Right. He sent me an offer through on it. He said, "Oh, I know it's a bit less than you want, but I'll give you no trouble. I'm a great buyer, whatever else." So I accepted it. Sent him off these socks in the post. 2 days later, return request doesn't fit. So I messaged him to say, well, look, in the picture, it shows the size. In the description, it says the size. And in the message, it says the size. And I said, when you made this offer, you said you'd give me no trouble. And then I wanted to return these socks. Oh, yeah, sorry, mate. I didn't read it properly. I've sent them back now. So I've had to refund them for those now. And
yeah. Callie Pick is saying I should refund him. I probably, that will happen. I will refund him, but it was just weird that happened like that. It just amazes me that what's going on at eBay, and I'm always very clear if I'm ringing to get something closed down in my favour, I have to spell it out because I kind of have this image in my head of they'll understand everything I say and then refund the buyer. They've totally misunderstood it, or they've just hit the wrong button.
Where's the call centre in the UK for eBay?
It's Philippines or Ireland.
Yeah, I always ring the call centre
in Dublin.
Yeah,
if you're lucky, which one?
Always ring them at 8:30 in the morning. That's what I would say, because you tend to get the island then at 8:30.
Oh, okay, that's a good tip.
I'm barely conscious then.
Yeah.
Well, I can imagine, mate, after many cans.
Yeah, when I phone eBay, I tend to explain the problem, then tell them what I expect them to do, because that seems to.
Yeah. I've seen you do that. You did that when you got negative feedback. That was absolutely classic.
It seems to do the trick, because if you tell them a problem and ask them what are they going to do, they just either don't know what to do, or they come up with some stupid thing and tell you they can't do it, or yeah.
I always ask them for the name at the end of it. Name and the what do they call it, an SI number or something, I've had them actually ask me, why do you want my name? I says, because if this what you've promised doesn't happen, I've got a point of reference. It generally happens.
I always record the telephone conversation now, either for a YouTube video or just a backup in general.
Yeah,
it's all about the content. Yeah.
Well, once I started to play back a recording to the eBay guy that I was speaking to, I think on the third phone call, and he said it's surprised that I had this recording. But that
would make an amazing video, a bit like Inception or something. You filming yourself playing a recording to somebody at eBay and get their response. Yeah. I remember the first one of those I did. I think I've only done 2 or 3 where I call eBay or Amazon and record it. A load of people said on the video or to me in messages that that's illegal. You can't record somebody without their permission. I'm like, okay. But there's so many videos like that all over YouTube.
Yeah. That's the worry.
You can't include it in court. I think it's inadmissible if you've not asked prior permission to record it.
Yeah, they say, don't wait, when you phone them, they say this call might be recorded and stuff. And I sometimes think maybe I could say yes.
Yeah, right. I've got it.
Say, yes, it might be. Yes, it might just.
Well, I just block out their name. When they say who they are, I block that out. And anything sort of personal.
Yeah.
I very much doubt eBay are watching my.
I'm not convinced it's their real name anyway.
Well, I know why.
I very much doubt it.
Have you ever had any customers threaten to take you to court?
Nope.
I've got one threatening to take me to court at the moment.
I think I did have something like that. I think it was on that fur coat I sold, because it didn't. Well, it was marked as delivered, but they say that it wasn't, and I said sorry. You're gonna have to take it up with the police or whatever. He filed a police report apparently, but Hermes, I got a signature from Hermes, and it's just like a line. It's just like no signature at all. But eBay's closed the case. PayPal closed the case, and he's gone quiet since. But apparently there was a police report, and he was going to do all sorts of things to.
It's like that police report I was going to put in though on that cartridge that printhead that I'd sold that I had back.
Oh, yeah.
I was convinced that he'd sent me back the wrong one because of course it had the date written in the American format. So I was thinking it was.
Yeah. You're saying that, Derek. Do you not think it's? I mean, I've talked to Andrew about this a few times. Not this Andrew, the Andrew over here.
Yeah.
But do you not think it's wise that people who do reselling for that particular reason alone that they should have a PO box?
What problem is that? When?
Well, if we sell stuff online, so they've got access to our address.
Yeah. Well, I know a lot of people remove the house number and stuff from their information on eBay.
Yeah, on your business details, you can just put your road, and you don't need to put the number in. But your return address is in a different area, so you can put the full thing there, and people won't see it. But,
well, this reel-to-reel player actually is only in Glasgow, so it's not that far away from me, and that worries me because if that comes back with a problem that where I have to use the top-rated seller sort of partial refund thing, and because it's a £300 item, if he returns a pretty much destroyed item, I'm going to use my maximum 50%. He's going to be pretty annoyed, isn't he?
So, all they do when that happens is they appeal to eBay, and eBay refunding the other half without it touching you. It's happened to me a couple of times. I've had something back. I've uploaded the pictures to eBay to show that it's been destroyed. I've damage coming back. I've filed the report. I've reported them, and then I've gone for it done in partial refund. The buyers appealed, saying it was fine when they sent it. Obviously, not supplied any evidence to show that, but eBay have just refunded them, and it's not affected my return or my balance at all.
Yeah.
So,
right.
Yeah, it looks like Nick Case is here. He uses the online chat because everything they say is in writing. So I suppose he has screenshots or something of what they say, and then can use that.
I've used that as well, and it can be a bit hit and miss on how good they are. I think the people on the online chat might be not the most knowledgeable.
Yeah, I never use it, so I just phone them up.
I'll get them to remove my late delivery defects. That's all I use it for. For everything else, if I've got a return, I'll definitely ring them in the morning.
Straightforward things is good for the chat, the online chat, I think. But if it's anything complicated, I've just got to ring them.
Do you ever ring them up and they refuse to remove an issue, and then you think, right, I'll give it a day or two and ring again at a different time, and then that person will remove it? It's like so much inconsistency. Their training program needs.
I've got a video that I've got various clips about me recording getting a negative feedback removed, and it took 3 tries, and it did actually get removed in the end. The guy at the end, I think it was in Ireland, I got through, and he was just of course it can be removed, and it was just removed really. Whereas the other people, the other 2 times, I think it was 2 times on the phone and even on the live chat, basically refused and said, oh, God, no, we can't do that. It's against our policy. All you can do is appeal to the buyer and all this sort of stuff. Always worth ringing back. I think George Ross he tried like 3 times before he gives up. If he's got problems. I
tried getting a negative removed the other week. they did say it's the buyer's opinion. He's not being abusive. So I said, okay, fair enough. But I said, he's used the word Velcro in the feedback. I said, no, that's a trademark infringement or something, isn't it, on eBay? You can't list. So I said, I'd like either the word Velcro removing or his feedback removing. Or we'll get a representative to ring you back in 24 hours. Well, that was a week ago. So you've just reminded me, actually. So I think I'll ring them back up.
Maybe you should contact Velcro owners and ask them to put a complaint.
Feedback needs to be zeroed.
They said to me, one of them said to me, well, this is what she said. She says, well, I think in a title or a description, it's not allowed, but in a feedback it is. I said, well, this is the worrying part. You don't sound very confident. You're saying, I think. What I want to hear is, I know. So she kind of got flustered, and I thought, I was taking great pride in flustering her even more. Anyway, she basically said no, so I thought I'll ring back, and they were going to ring me, but yeah. I'll ring them after this. I forgot about that.
Get all done, yeah. Get sorted out. Have a good rant.
I wouldn't like to get you on a phone call like that, Rod. Blimey. You sound like you do.
That's all right. He'll have his retribution account warmed up now.
Fair enough.
Well, that's already hit someone 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, fair enough.
Pete, I need to, I'm going to shoot off now, mate. Cheers for having me on.
Now.
Yeah.
Right, Emma.
Great chat.
Peter.
Hi, Peter. Bye.
Yeah, I will put a link to Pete's videos and channel down below. Subscribe. Vinegar Jar. Crispy here. It says like he uses his storage unit address on eBay, which is fair enough because like for returns or whatever else, and seems sensible, I suppose. Like in that sort of way.
I'll just use my mum's address. Job done.
Mm-hmm.
Let her deal with it.
Yeah.
I'm a very calm chap these days, Nick.
Oh, yeah.
Is you coughing there, Andrew?
I was just amazed at your ability to tell such barefaced lies.
That's what the judge said.
Nick K.
Upset. Nick is gone.
Nick K has said, I wonder if anybody has ever successfully had feedback removed from an appeal to the buyer.
Nick K. Okay, put it on screen.
Yeah, I had to appeal, and this is going to be part of the video I've made.
Sweet.
Little plug there.
Keep going, Derek. Keep going.
And I asked them if they'd consider changing the feedback, and I sent them the form. They actually said they would, and then I think 48 hours passed and they just didn't do anything. And so I eventually phoned eBay and said, look, I've appealed to them. They've said they would, but they haven't bothered, and at this moment in time it's putting buyers off. And because they had said they would, even though they didn't, eBay removed it because they could see that they'd already said that they would do it. So it's always worth asking them in a message when you send it, well, because if they reply yes, I'll do it, and then don't bother, eBay will do it.
Yeah,
but they did say they wouldn't have removed it unless the buyer had agreed.
No.
That's basically how I got it removed.
Fair enough.
What's he cleaning now?
On it.
More of the same.
How big's this? Food process?
You need to take notes.
It's one of those double ones. So it's
wow.
a big bowl and a little bowl.
Ah, cool. Yeah.
How much did you pay for that?
God knows. I've had it on the shelf for longer than I care to remember.
All right.
2D.
I wouldn't normally pay more than a £5, so let's go with a £5.
Yeah. It's better than listing heels, Nick.
I listed shoes earlier. I listed.
I know you did.
Do you want to see them? They're quite.
The ones with the newspaper print. Yeah,
If I can find them.
it's amazing.
These are not from my own personal collection. You understand?
So you say.
Look at
And
them.
Nick Alias it at night.
Did you pick them up, or did Andrew pick them up?
These were part of that transit van load, which is why they're in here and not in Andrew's office.
Right.
So, yeah. Shoes of Prey, they're called.
Thank you very much, John. It's a lineup on Crime Stoppers. Cheers, John.
What are you going to list this for? Are they valuable, or
What's that?
are they quite valuable ones, or are they running a bit?
Not really. They're on at 20, and I'm pushing it a bit with that. 20 with offers, I think.
Yeah.
Right.
We got
You know,
any
if you're
good
selling
keywords?
if you're selling women's shoes, like
Yeah.
I mean, I know nothing about women's shoes, but big, loud, sort of garish-looking shoes. I wonder if you'd put something in the title like drag artist or transvestite or something like that. It
Oh,
might just drag
we-
that element.
You know?
But you
Christ, there's been watching things we do.
the other half of the potential market, the women, because they'd like
Yeah.
buy them because they're labelled as. I don't know.
Put fish and chips in those shoes, says Chris Tyler. In the title, lol. Joe Davies popped in. Popping in. Apparently Craig's been jealous of Andrew about the shoes. Where else we got? Gareth wants to know the best way to clean the inside of the shoes.
Well,
Wet
how did he
wipes.
manage to clean his own shoes?
Mm-hmm.
I know someone over here who
They
puts
see it for
some
the
cat
shoe.
litter in it.
You put what in it?
Cat litter. He
Okay.
puts a bit of cat litter in the shoes for overnight, just to absorb any moisture or smells.
Never heard of that, but
I don't know whether it works, but I don't think he owns a cat
No.
either. That's
make
the
sure you
problem.
check it out before. Mm.
You wouldn't want to own a cat and put the cat and the cat
Oh,
make
God.
it
Yeah.
make things worse.
Not with bare hands. Christ.
You wouldn't want to put them on in the morning, would you?
Oh, squelch, squelch, squelch in the mud. Yeah.
I think it
Fancy
depends
only
what
for
the
keywords, those
nature of
shoes.
it
Air
depends
hostess shoes sell well. Just going through a few comments.
It depends what the nature of the dirt is. You know, I use a magic sponge to a magic eraser, whatever it's called, to great effect on shoes. That always seems to bring them up well.
Mm-hmm.
But what sort of if they look a bit dirty, the magic eraser, magic sponge, depends where you buy it from as to what it's called. You get them in Poundland. They tend to do well at picking up the dirt. But you know, trainers whack them in a pillow, put them in the washing machine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely works well.
Doesn't that make the sole sort of part company from the rest of the shoe on some occasions?
That's why I put it in a pillow.
Mm.
Put it in a pillow, tie the pillow up.
I'm just thinking of the absolute soaking through effect of the washing machine.
Yeah, it's just like it's just like going through a wet field, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah.
I haven't got a clue what Chris B is.
Well, I wouldn't recommend doing it every day, but
I use the elbow grease spray, toothbrush, and that's pretty much it. But I don't sell a lot of shoes, so.
We put Converse through the washing machine. Was that what you were saying, Andrew?
Yeah.
Yeah. Converse go fine.
I struggle like hell to sell any item of Converse over here.
Oh, right.
They're not as popular now. I think demand's gone down.
Yeah, they're not that great, no.
I've got a pair of black. I don't know if I've got the title right here, but they're black high top, and it's this skateboarder's name associated with it, and I can't shift them. They're just.
Which skateboarder though?
I don't know. They're in the container. I'm not going getting them. It's rolling down.
Is it Tony Hawk's?
No, I remembered that one.
Rodney Mullen. Depends how old you're going with the skateboarders.
I'd have to go and get them. But...
List a whole load of names, but it probably won't help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got some nice ones to list actually here.
What are we going to do?
These are cool.
Let me put you on screen. There we go.
You've got a fur lining.
Oh wow.
All right.
Turn them over, and they've got a badge on
Is
the
that
end.
real fur?
Hey,
Is that real fur?
I
Or is it
wouldn't.
fake?
So, I
I
doubt.
doubt it. It wouldn't be legal.
Look like wrestlers' boots.
Yeah, they do a bit, don't they?
Yeah, high tops. Yeah, proper high tops.
I don't know what the is. Can't get it off, which is annoying.
It's a nice pair of shoes though.
Yeah.
But they're right bugger to get on though. If you're in a bloody hurry, Converse.
This
And
is
then
I wear high tops all the time, Converse high tops. But they're no good for your feet. I've stopped wearing them.
no good in the rain.
True.
I've got some Converse high tops that I got for myself in America, but I never wear them because they just feel weird.
That's all I wear these days. Flip flops.
Well, I wonder why.
I can't get away with those in Wrexham.
I've had to put my winter ones on.
Oh, because it's raining. Yeah. Apparently, DB sold a pair of Converse the weekend. Excellent. What did you get from them? Let us know what they were. Talking about shoes. Apparently, Nick K did use baby wipes for Breeze and leave them outside for a few hours. Yeah, it works. It works well for you, mate. Georgina's back. Hello, Georgina.
Just whack them in the washing machine. Put them on a low wash, hand wash. You've got the setting.
Definitely need it.
Detergent. Put them in a pillowcase. Job done.
Yeah, definitely. Let's have a look. Evening, Drew. It's popped in.
Oh, I've been spied on. I've been spotted.
Aye. Let's have a look. Any questions, do let us know. Good evening, Drew. Apparently Chris B wears lots of Converse. Excellent. Yeah, I just can't fathom wearing Converse. They're too...
As we know, Chris has got no fashion sense whatsoever. He's probably responsible for buying half of the Converse offers.
There's nothing wrong with Converse.
We should buy mine.
I started wearing Converse in about 1987 when I was skateboarding.
Okay.
And that is everything that's wrong with it. 1987. That's that. I was free then.
Yeah.
We were the times. Free.
But they're such a classic design. I mean, I've stopped wearing them, but I've still got 7 pairs upstairs.
It's like the Mini though, isn't it? Right. That was being sold for decades. Even though it, if you crashed one of those things, you'd die in a massive fireball.
Oh yeah. But it's still fun to try them.
Georgina, she's more up to date with. She's moved on to Vans from Converse.
Yeah, but I was wearing Vans when I was about 10.
Yeah, but that was only about 2 years ago. In fairness.
Oh, you beat me to it.
Yeah. Do some work.
Pile of shame, but I can't find the other one. So
What's that?
I found these on my death piles, but
The old type Vans. Yeah, the proper ones that last years.
I can't find the others. I've got the
Just hope you can sell it to a one-legged man.
You just need an amputee to buy that, Derek.
A pirate.
one-legged version.
Sell it with a walking stick.
I'll come across the other in a year's time, wasn't he?
Well, yeah.
What's that one? That's the thing. It's here somewhere.
Oh, don't Craig go about Crocs. Can't stand Crocs. Let's have a look. Rubbish. Yeah, it's unfortunate, Craig, about like where you are. Is obviously they're expensive in charity shops where you are, and then there's people buying them like car boots. Because I think my car boots, like you sort of have to get in there. You sort of know. You work out where I live. I'm trying to be polite to a grasping people. Now, how can I put it? Travelers, basically. Because I know like local 2 or 3 car boots. I know exactly who's who. And there was a guy, an older guy. I managed always, it was there last year, quite about 4 or 5 times. I managed to. It was selling shoes. They're decent shoes for like 50p each, and then you go to some people and you kind of realize what sort of stuff they've got on their still in a car boot. You're like, nope, I know exactly what I'm going to go for. But as you get on in the years, you just sort of learn that. I learned to think, no, I'm not going to go there. I'm going to go here though. But yeah,
I've got some bloody Uggs that I picked up at a car boot last year.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're real or not, and I don't know anyone who owns a pair of Uggs to compare them with.
oh, fair enough.
Because actually, I do know people who've got Uggs, but they all bought them off the same bloke. So it's not easy for me.
Yeah, but can't you go around to a list of ladies and go, excuse me, ladies, have you got any Uggs like these?
I think I'm going to have to like do something, but you need to feel them to see if they're real. That's the test, because it's all about the lining.
Andrew,
We're serious for you.
right, if Andrew started going up to women and say, "Can I feel your Uggs?"
New series, Andrew. Hugging with Andrew.
Take a look at your Uggs, please, kind lady. I want to check if they're real.
What's Chris B on about sending you shoes, Andrew?
He's not bloody sending me nothing again. I'm happy with the Voyager. You don't need to send me any more, especially shoes that don't bloody fit me.
But yeah.
He's already sent me. I'll show you what he's bloody sent me. I've got it here.
All right.
He sent me.
I'll read that comment out if they're pointing Andrew to his wherever it is. Cowshed bullet, yeah.
What is it?
Moisturiser, apparently.
Is that not the stuff they put on cows' udders to when they've got
I'm
swollen
pretty
udders?
sure it's not designed for me to wear anyway.
You might have to rub it somewhere.
Cream for Andrew's willy warmer. There you go, done. Boom. Let's have a look. Oh, Zahir's popped in. Thanks for popping in, Z.
Oh, Joe's going to give me a hug. Thank you, Joe. I am retired, though, from the opposite sex. I'm no longer chasing.
That's worrying. I'm glad I'm over here.
Apparently, Craig took a chance, so his dogs were real, and he sold them, luckily.
He's probably got them from the same bloke I did. A Car boot, was it, Craig?
Oh, yeah. He's nearby, isn't he? Oh, not far. Yeah.
We did well with some emus, which are like another version similar to Uggs not long ago.
Not fair enough. To read it, we've got here. Okay, Eric's on about Rod about on a leash.
Eric.
You get most times anyway. I'll put it on Steam. What's our favourite thing to sell? Mine is games, gaming stuff, consoles, games, all that sort of stuff. Anyone want to go? Just throw it in there. Favourite item to sell?
Anything electrical, vintage electronics. I enjoy that most.
Anything that's easy to list and makes loads of money. There you go.
Correct. That's a good answer.
That's mine. It's all about the dollar for the parent.
Yeah.
Media.
Mel.
I'm out. I'll be live with Mel at 11 o'clock UK time in 20 odd minutes for the first episode of Interview with a Reseller. She's told me I've got to do this and say this. I've been forced into it, so I've just done the thumbnail.
It's not what she told me this morning. She says.
What's your
So hang on, you're going on Mel's channel?
No, Mel's coming on my channel.
What in 20? Oh, so what I have to do now? Wrap this up and then shovel me legendary people to Andrew's channel to have a look.
Oh, we've still got 20 minutes yet. There's no worrying about that.
So you're doing what? A series of introducing other resellers?
I am indeed.
Ah.
She's basically like an interview. But Andrew's type of interview.
Oh, God.
I think Mel wants to talk to me about why she's been dumped as my future wife, to be honest.
Fair enough. Apparently, Drew's been saying Uggs have a tag on the rear heel outside and Uggs printed on a sole, embossed. Fair enough. Not that I picked up any.
What's this comment? You didn't tell me it's an interview. I texted you 2 hours ago and said it's an interview.
Fair enough, it's news to me.
When I said it's an interview, I'm doing the thumbnail and I'm scheduling it. Those were the clues to the content.
He did. Just check he's not set the video to private, Mel.
No wheelie warmers.
I'm retired.
Brumley Center Lux vinyl. Cool. Would be good. Crispy's been doing the usual. Been listing Atari 2600 games. 2600, I should say. Excellent.
Is that 25?
Will Georgina ever get to sleep? I have no idea.
Well, not if I'm live. She won't know. She's been in
there
the
you
one fan.
It's not interviewing me.
I am.
I went through my death pile of 8-track tapes the other day,
Wow.
and they're basically worthless. I was really. I thought they'd be worth more because there's quite interesting things you mustn't be able to get on other formats. But just
Kenny Rogers with it.
I ended up bundling them. Bundles
Right.
10 or something, I think. But
Yeah, I was going to say bundles, that's the way to go. Obviously, if you get some of the major bands, Floyd, Beatles, Stones, there'll be a collector's market. But
well, I had a copy of the Band on the Run, which I thought might have had some sort of.
Yeah.
It's worth like £4 delivered or something. The Queen ones just doesn't have any value.
really, I thought
Derek?
Sorry?
When did you buy them?
Oh, about 2 or 3
Wow.
years.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I haven't been sourcing all this month. I've been trying to list out my death piles, and I'm going to continue not to source in a big way. I'm still going to get a few things.
What about the auctions?
Yeah, I'm gonna still go and buy, small hauls, but I'm not gonna fill the car, for example. I mean, until I've got down, there's no interesting item in the death pile.
But you know what it's like? You'll get there, and it'll be like,
Yeah.
your block's going for £2. I can't not put my hand up.
Well, this is the problem with auctions. If no one's bidding and it's going so cheap, you can't not buy it. Just can't.
Let's have a look.
Like I said, we'll get together soon, Derek, and have a hangout on my channel. And we'll talk about our death pile issues.
Excellent.
Neither of you have got proper death piles. Until you've got an entire shed full, you have not got a proper death pile.
We fall over it 1,000 times.
Do I not qualify? My wife will be pleased to hear this.
The two of yours together, maybe match mine.
I've got a room piled full. I think I posted it on the group the other day.
Yeah, I know. It was tiny.
Yeah, one.
But that's like one corner of it. you got the shelving at each side of it.
No, amateur effort.
How has this descended into my pile is bigger than your pile?
I know that again.
How's your loft these days?
Still pretty rammed, although I've been making space in here quite rapidly, so I'm going to bring down as much of the car parts as I can and push.
What about them vacuum cleaners? Are they still up there?
Yeah, I've got, I think, 7 Henry Hoovers.
Yes, I need one of those.
But they still sell for like 40 quid.
Yeah, I've sold a few of those. And if they're broken, the top still sells spares and repairs quite well as well.
Yeah.
People take out the motors and switches.
What were you managing to get last time you sold one, Derek?
I think I got about £20 for a broken one, for just the top.
Okay.
And I also sold the bases, the bucket type thing, as a toy box or a planter, and that sold for about £15, something like that, plus postage.
I saw a few years ago in a charity shop. They had a few of them set out as a nativity scene at Christmas.
As you do.
Wouldn't be surprised.
So if they're broken, it's still worth selling them.
I'll have to bring them down. That'll make a great video. Just
yeah, they're definitely going through them. Yeah.
all Henry Hoovers in the thumbnail. That'd be like, what?
Yeah.
Why is
People
he-
are like, where's Betty? Where's this? Where's that one?
Yeah.
I think I bought a bundle of them at auction.
Put it
Probably
on the
about,
screen.
probably about a year ago,
Thank
maybe.
you for popping.
I've got 3 or 4 of them. I use one myself. Can't beat a Henry Hoover. Mine's a heavy actually.
It surprises me because they're such old technology. I've only used one of them once, and that's when I worked in a record shop in 1996, and we used to hoover the shop with it. And they haven't changed the technology in like getting on for whatever.
You know what?
25
They are the Converse of the Hoover world.
Well, the thing is that it never clogs up, and it just, it just does the job. So
Good. You can't beat a good design.
Hmm.
I mean, I've got
True.
Dysons and all of that as well. I've actually got I think I've got about 3 Dysons as well, but I use
Right. Every Dyson I've ever owned is broken, and it's broken just after the warranties run out.
Yeah.
It's just built
George,
for the
mate.
last period of time, and that's it.
Like the one that sits there next to you. For
Yeah,
that
I've got
60
some-
No, right. I discovered that actually works. That's not a broken one. So the one that I've been using is actually the broken one.
Oh my life!
But
So can you use a broken vacuum cleaner?
Yeah.
the suction's gone on the broken one. This one has better suction, so
Boom.
I'm not even going down that road.
you'll see that this has actually moved because we've used it.
Flipping hell! 1 inch.
It's several inches. It used to be over there before.
But parting out vacuum cleaners is a pretty good thing as well.
Oh yes.
It's,
for that. No, he's
That
your
one.
that way.
Fair enough. So, what time are you going live, Andrew? Do spill the beans.
15 minutes, 11 o'clock. I'll be live. I'm just setting it up now.
Go over to Andrew's channel, Monumental channel.
I'll be live with the beautiful Mel back from Burnout from Australia. She's very much looking forward to the interview that she's.
Yeah, I saw that. We're very happy. Glee. So this is a new series then, Andrew.
Pardon? Yeah, it's first
This
in a
new
new
series.
series. Interview for Reselling. I've promised Jim from the Extreme Booters that I would be interviewing him.
Okay, fair enough.
So we're going to get him on soon.
Yeah. So is that set time or is that any time?
Well, it won't be 11 o'clock at night. I can assure you that.
Well,
It'll be at a more reasonable time. Matt from Retro Reselling 82 as well. I've promised an interview too. And then I'm going to gradually work my way around the world. Tap Peddler has promised to come on.
Yes.
well, if I want to lose some subs, I'll come on. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're scooting away. Yeah.
I've got too many subs. That would be the time for me.
I went. Yeah, I was like, wow. That's good.
I might also interview some people who are perhaps not active on YouTube if I can do that as well. So
Yeah, sounds good.
You should try and get my brother on there.
yeah, I'll get Richard on.
Derek, if you come on mine for a chat, we'll get the subs right up, and then if you go on Andrews, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We'll put you back in your place.
Thank you very much, Joe.
Did I hear that you reached 1,000 though, Derek, already?
Yeah. From
Wow.
well, your chat on Sunday, basically. I think I've got about 150 since.
Just
since
remember whose show you got to 1,000 on. You
Yeah, we dropped it for afterwards.
Andrew.
And then went back to 96.
yeah, I went on Andrews last night when I was at, I think it was 995 or something.
About that, yeah.
Got to 1,000, which I think was mainly Tommy with his 3 accounts.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we stopped the stream, and then it went back down to like 994.
I realised that. Andrew, I realised.
And then I woke up in the morning and I was back.
Yeah. It was like that with the algorithm. It takes about a day to sort itself out. I think it was Peter Cummins on Nick's Sunday chat, about 51 subs, I think. Something like that. So, wow.
Yeah, after Nick's stream.
Yeah.
on Sunday,
I was looking on Social Blade. I was like, wow.
Yeah, I'm still over 1,000.
Yeah, that's good. You need to
Hopefully,
get
it was-
hours done though.
although I haven't got enough watch hours, so
Yeah.
I'm going to start trying to do some lives like this.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, we can all get on and bring subs up.
I'm thinking of doing drinking with Derek, cleaning with Derek, cooking with Derek.
Are you doing hugging with Derek?
Sorry, what's that?
Are you contemplating hugging with Derek?
No.
You can't just be coming to me and taking my content ideas. Yeah,
Everyone does.
Although, to be fair, right, the person who came up with cooking with Andrew was Louise, and the person who's come up with cleaning with Andrew was also Louise. So,
trying to tell you something.
If you want the content originator for the Money Mental channel, you need to go to KLC Reselling.
True, yeah. No plug there.
Might do DIY with Derek.
Fighting over Derek. True.
So I'm going to be plastering a ceiling possibly tomorrow or the next day.
Getting plastered with Derek.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, definitely.
Getting plastered with Derek.
Yeah, Jordan said about a house tour with Derek.
Yeah, I want to see the mansion.
Yeah, the scale of the tap piles, that would be epic.
Mm-hmm.
I know, it's a bit embarrassing.
People still like it, and then they point out all your good items. Oh, you should list that now. We've got this, got that.
Well, I'm thinking of I've got a few things to decorate in the house in general,
Right,
space. But after I've done that, I want to move my desk over to that wall and sort of swap it round, and then all this end of my office can be shelving.
Okay.
I'm thinking of doing it in like probably get 3 or 4 sort of racks.
Right.
Because my outside storage is getting a bit. Well, I get worried that this time of year it's quite damp and miserable out there. It's okay in the summer, but it's not brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. I've heard you cling film or wrap all your stock anyway.
Yeah.
Won't that retain the moisture?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Things that I don't put things that are going to be long tail in there, and I don't put things that are really expensive in there.
That's why his reel-to-reel player don't work, because he clings film
Waterlogged.
with the moisture in.
No, that never made it out there. That was in my office.
Fair enough.
That was the best one I had out that whole hall as well, and it was one of the few that I didn't need to work on at all. It basically worked straight away. It was really good. I was really annoyed when that return request came in.
What's that silver thing behind your head on your shelf? That like a round ball, Derek?
Oh, that's like an Art Deco teapot.
Oh,
You're not selling that then, are you?
Teapot with a silver surround. That I think I've lost the little knob thing that goes on the top. So until I tidy my office, I can't list it.
Fair enough.
This is endemic between every reseller, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're all surrounded by bits and pieces
Comparing
of things we
stock.
thought were good to buy, and
yours.
That's
bits of
something I really would like to just throw in a bag and don't forget about it.
I've got a steamer here that has been there.
Oh my life.
Video of it.
What the hell?
There's floor there. There's floor there.
Language, but
Didn't used
flip
to
me. Oh, disgusting.
So disgust. That's clean. That is. I bloody hoovered that.
Yeah, I'm not going to show you the floor in this office. It's pretty bad.
You still got your cardboard toilet effort on the floor.
How
What's it
dare you
called?
describe out the winning entry in the origami challenge as cardboard toilet?
It's still there.
Yeah,
Life.
we did it. Didn't we?
Build a better burger.
That's a bolo. That's a 40 odd quid game that I need to check through and list.
Jesus. Man, stuff you got to actually list and check through is like mad. 'Cause so many good things you got.
It amazes me how you have the time to buy all this, because you are, as you said, you are working full time.
Yeah, I just go to car boot sale. Right, my local rivals aren't here, are they? So there's a big car boot sale that all the resellers probably in a 30, 40 mile radius go to. So I don't even want to go in there. While they're at that one, I go to all the others in the area and pick up stuff. I fill the car. I'm home before they've even left the first
It's
one.
only time to list it though.
I don't time to list it, no, but I've got the stuff.
For when? 2025?
So my initial business model was based on reinvesting every pound I made. But then you get to the point where actually
Just put that up and
you end up with too much. So now I'm just not so. I have tidied up. How dare
maybe
tidied up.
could tidy up a little bit. Just storage lodger. Pop up from the growth.
You know, right? I've texted my old lodger a couple of times now. He's not replied to me, so I don't know what's happened to him.
I wonder why.
I'm gonna
locked in a room somewhere.
This is the last room house that needs clearing.
Skeleton somewhere.
I've got to clear this room and then clear the dungeon room, and I can get a lodger in. So hopefully next week or two.
Craig says to Andrew, "Do you go to Mark Will? Where is?"
No comment, Craig.
Fair enough. I understand
that. Then by the sound of it.
Aid says you build a burger's worth £100.
Is it £100? Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was 40 quid. Well, I paid 50p for it.
Excellent. Right, what I think I'll do now, because Andrew's going live in a few minutes' time, getting to prepare for his love of his life to be on the stream. Mel.
Now.
Yep. So do go and subscribe to everyone in the chat. Derek, Andrew, Nick, Andrea, and Rod. I'll put all the links down below and stuff like that, as I usually do. So thanks everyone for popping in. Do pop over to Andrew's chat for Carnage, as you know, and a nice little interview.
This is a sensible reselling interview.
Interviewee, we know it's like. So like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and keep for more content on the channel, that sort of stuff. And once again, thanks everyone for watching. Take care and have fun. See you guys.
See you. Thank you.
Bye everyone.
Bye.
Guys.